So, well, yeah, I guess return,
Okay.
and also, this should definitely get Zeke Mathis outed as being a bad guy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
should really
Should maybe ask her if she
notes from
wants
him
to
and
like testify or tell her story
yeah,
to Lord
like,
Raptors or the mayor, the governor.
make
Renee
sure that
says,
this gets heard and he gets his punishment.
Renee says, well, I'm certainly going to say anything I can to whoever I can. I'm not letting that happen to anyone again. Especially not the giant. No.
Let's
I
go.
don't even know where there are more of those.
At least that one is gone.
Yes. But
Okay.
the images and memories still.
I hate giants.
And I believe it to be true that if you were to put this forward as evidence to anyone, I shall vouch for your word. He
Most
smiles.
Thank you. I don't recall seeing you at the party. She sort of like looks, gives like a confused look at.
That is fine. That is fine. I am Lady Jasmine Rose Vayne. I'm sure if you heard of my family or not, but that is not a matter of concern.
Oh, Lady Vayne. She looks like she's doing like the polite noble thing of like noticing that she recognizes, but doesn't look like it's ring a bell.
She's giving a polite and understanding smile.
Yes.
Geráck wasn't there either. God damn it.
He was sitting outside. It's true.
Yep.
Fuck that elf.
Well, our
shit.
line of work has a bit of a lot of turnarounds of a lot of new people introduced a lot of times.
Okay.
So good place for promotions, as it turns out.
Is there anything else that you folks like say want to do or say to each other before you make it back to Newport?
Hey, what's our plan of action?
Fucking terminate and destroy everything that has Zeke Mathis on it.
Yeah.
Like rip his house apart, all his businesses confiscated. Like we will sue him so hard.
Yeah, take all his stuff.
Out of character, do we still have some of that, like the fistful of fives, the blackmail for the nobles?
You
We
still
spent
have
one,
those.
yeah.
Yes, you spent only one of those. You
And
still
I
have
also
might be.
have a
Since-
5 with the Great Gold Worm still.
Since he was very connected with the nobles, maybe that is one angle to somehow get more information, like that is relevant to us in some way.
Yeah, if you can find out if anyone has been sort of working with him and so on.
Oh, I can. God can assure you, although you can spend those things if you want. Whenever you guys hit Newport and fucking start blabbing things, Zeke, the name of Zeke Mathis is fucked.
Yep.
When we meet with Raptors and have this lady say stuff and have Evrat Levelle say stuff and we have
And like all of the associations that he had, they're all going to be called into question, and the nobles can't hush them up because they're going to have to deal with the governor himself.
yep.
Yeah. So we need to search all his places rather quickly before anyone hears of it and can sort of.
I'm sure we
destroy
can
the
go to the
evidence.
governor and be like, we want to search these places. Give
Yeah.
us a warrant, and we get a warrant. We go and search it. Like we're legit now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's legit. Oh,
You
God.
certainly have been given the Imperial Seal, if you recall, signed from Governor Tristan himself to continue to act in investigating.
We can be like, we need to search this guy's house.
And at that rate, you could certainly, especially with Jasmine, Jasmine could be the one that could get you a direct audience with Arthur Tristan.
Yeah.
Something you can pursue. But before you get to Newport, anything else?
No, not for me.
That should be fine.
I'm out of ideas.
Sheep?
Not exactly.
Okay. All right. You make it out of the hills of northeast of Newport on the let me go ahead and check the date. The early morning, rather not early morning, It would be late morning of the 26th of Reading, Water Day. And it is perhaps early afternoon by the time you trek through the hills to make it back to the city of Newport, the glowing, wonderful place of opportunity, the capital of opportunity, where people all over the Dragon Empire can come to pursue their dreams. Like Renee Cauldron, who came from Glitterhagen. And, dreams. How about those?
She'll be having them.
Yes, there is... yeah, I guess you will. I can't dispute that. You folks heading for Evrat Levelle's mansion first?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. I won't make you folks transition across the entire map just to see his mansion, unless you really want to see it again. There's no combat in here today. You're greeted by a butler who will, like, take one look and, like, blink at Renee, and immediately start, like, shouting, jubilance and, like, exuberation. Like, come in at the same time calling for Evrat Levelle to show up. Who will end up walking through, like, the main hallway, like, down the stairs, and, like, looks down, like, the hallway at Renee, and he blinks, like Renee blinks, and he offers, like, a nervous smile, and she offers a smile, and, like, she runs past, and he runs past, and they both hug each other, and Evrat's, like, sort of, like, spouting, like, incessantly, like, whether she's alright, and whether she's been hurt, and Renee, like, shakes her head, and asks whether he's alright, and whether he's been hurt. And he shakes his head.
No, he's like, it's not her. We're like,
that would be the awkward thing.
I mean, we didn't want to punch
This
the
isn't Renee. She turns into a dragon and flies off.
chook.
Shoot, yes.
Chook!
Still my far away. I can shoot you.
We can work something out. Just marry him, please.
Well, this puts a damper on the wedding. And Evrat will tell Renee to like the butler to like go sit like Renee down for a little bit so that he can like speak with you folks. And he'll like reluctantly like part with her. Like the butler will like begin like fussing over her, and the other butler appears, and the twin butlers both like go and like take Renee like upstairs. And Evrat will like look at you folks in a doorway and say, I can't even begin to express my gratitude for what you five have done for the entire Levelle name. You have done me a great help. I thought that if there was any group who could bring her back, it would be you, and I am glad to see that my trust in something, or someone at least, was not misplaced. Certainly more than worth my time and the reward that I promised you.
Well, you called and we answered.
Hey, that's what the good guys do, right?
Yes.
It was part of our duty, yes.
Yes, perhaps you can come in and sit for a bit at least and tell me what happened. I would enjoy hearing your story, if nothing else.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then sit at the beautiful table and, like, delightful highborn food.
We'll tell him about... Let's keep, like, the...
Sure. This is what I was like, what don't you want to tell Evrat Levelle?
Like, not about... Like, we might mention that she's probably seen things, but...
It's more mentioned that she was with bandits and there's drunken, so she may be a bit scared, a bit tender of things. Not going into the detail of what the giant's done.
Like...
No.
That was she was being held by captive by a lady giant and her consorts, an ogre and a huge hellhound.
Evrat, like, blinks and says, oh, and then... Oh.
And she might have problems sleeping or...
Oh.
Things she might
He, like,
have
gives, like, a
witnessed.
nervous glance towards the doorway, like he's wondering whether he should run up the stairs.
Beyond that, she was also held captive or taken by Seek Mathis, who, as it turns out, has been a long-term and powerful member of the Black Fang.
Yes, furrows his brows. Zeke? Really?
Yes.
He's been
Yes.
here for... Kind of like furrows, like, he's famed... He's got a reputation for decades across the entire Dragon Empire. Zeke?
Perfect
Reputation
cover.
can get you certain boons. Makes it easier to hide things in plain sight.
Shakes his head. I would not have known it were it not for the letter and the fact that you yourselves are saying this to me. Zeke!
Yes.
I'm not the only one he's had fooled then. He's
No.
organized hundreds of weddings, if not thousands, over his career.
And his boss is still very much free and walking around. Probably the person who ordered this whole thing.
His boss... The Gloom?
Yes.
Why in the gods would the Gloom want... her? Like... Take it to me? Right, like, so like scratches his head, like, puzzled-like.
Perhaps.
They might also have wanted us dead. We can't have riddled up their whole business, so to speak.
And because you and I have been known associates...
Yes.
The thought is that she would set a price that you could not pay, forcing you to call upon whatever people you could to do a rescue. You did, when we came, as she expected. It was, however, a very ill-prepared trap.
How so? If they knew or thought you were coming and you actually went...
Well, it was easy. So to speak.
Geráck looks at his body. I wouldn't call it easy for him. I
Right,
did take
right.
a bit of...
Relatively speaking.
Easily.
If the Gloom had been there herself,
Then we probably wouldn't
Seek
have
had
succeeded.
been living up to the expectations. Then perhaps they expected us to pursue him.
Did you plan or prepare well for your trek, perhaps? Whatever it is that you encountered there simply could not handle you knowing the trap and disarming it.
That is also very possible. With this profession teaches you to expect the worst, generally.
We didn't enter through the front gate, so to speak.
No.
And that might have been a good idea. Might have been
Regardless.
outside.
This certainly shows that the Gloom would think you a stout ally of our course. Which might be dangerous in more ways than this.
You might want to hire some guards.
Evrat frowns. Maybe I'll move.
Well,
They probably will find you anyway. I think it's better to hire some protection.
Well, certainly so, but if these individuals are as powerful as you're touting, then again I can't see how Zeke would be so foolhardy as to travel into Newport again. Not after the letter I have and your personal accounts, and the fact that I know that you've had an audience with the governor, particularly with Lady Vayne. Evrat gestures towards Jasmine. Zeke's his entire business here, and then throughout the Empire, his name will crumble into ash.
yes.
Yes, he probably won't return.
If he is an
He's
agent of
not
the
that
Black
stupid.
Fang, this is a great boon to the Empire, then, as it removes perhaps one of their biggest... I mean, he's a wedding planner for the nobles.
Not for a lot longer.
Not for much longer, indeed. So, he escaped, then?
Yes. We chose to extract your fiancé rather than to pursue him further into the ruins. The thought would be that if he chose not to fight here, he would simply have a place better prepared further in.
He He nods energetically. I understand, and I thank you for your judgment on that. Well, suppose give perhaps Renee a day to rest up, and we can begin an audience with the governor to ensure that everything is handled swiftly.
Yes, we will likely go there today, however.
That is for the best. I would like to keep Renee here at least for a bit, but I imagine your word will more than suffice, combined with this, and he'll slide over the letter that he had written in Zeke, signed, written by Zeke Mathis, and Evrat offers his guarantee, and he'll mention that to the governor as well, that it was written by him, like it's verifiable.
Good. I suppose we wish him good luck with all of this, and then we'll go to the governor.
Okay.
We don't have to wait.
No, you
We're
folks,
important people. There's like only
Also-
like 60 people who are more important than us in this town.
Yeah. Also, how long have I been muted? Because I
I don't know.
I
When did
haven't
you
heard
not
you
say
for,
something.
I mean,
God damn it.
well, was there anything that you wanted to say at the time, specifically, or like a question to Evrat Levelle?
No, not specifically, no.
Okay.
Basically that we needed her testimony and, yeah.
I'm sure her family will be pretty angry. Nobles generally are angry when their daughter is like subjected to like ogre, giant, hellhound.
Except that one time I hunted one, but
Like the nobles would be pretty. I think they'll be angry enough to rile up things. If there's one thing we've learned, the nobles have a lot of power.
They will, especially since the Zeke Mathis, like a favored son of everywhere, has been proven to be so thoroughly corrupt that no one could reasonably associate with him.
Then we're gonna have Zeke just appear, just be like, "Hey guys, was just on holiday, or was kidnapped in a room, tied up."
I was mind controlled, guys.
Yeah.
That's not a thing in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Wipe him from the face of the world, of the earth.
You got God there. Okay.
But of course, the gloom could have turned into him and then done this, and then the real him isn't.
Things to ponder as you're walking away from Evrat Levelle's mansion, heading for his governorship.
Mention. Of course, it is possible that either of those two we just left was the gloom. But then again, any of you could also.
Anything is possible.
that is a ponderous idea. What do you think? I am the gloom.
One.
Okay.
Just as any of us could be controlled by an intellect devourer. Ridiculous,
Exactly.
right?
Oh, I didn't know.
First would surely have betrayed you back there. There would surely not come a better time.
Well, you are able to make your way into the central district area without incident, and particularly with Jasmine Rose of House Vayne, of the Fallen House, with you, it is no trouble at all, and provided with a great deal of grace, you being allowed into the inner sanctum of the governor's mansion, and permitted in to visit Arthur Tristan.
I get the feeling our weapons were taken off of us, though.
No?
Oh,
Oh.
I think we're trusted enough at this point.
Yes.
Oh,
The guards will
The
nod at you
opportunity.
as you folks walk past. Yes, the opportunity that such power permits. Adventurers being allowed to keep their weapons.
Wow.
The short, goateed man will look up from his desk and say, "Oh, hello there,
Hello, how are you doing?
Jasmine."
Good afternoon.
Good day,
Sorry
Arthur.
about our appearance. We didn't really have time to wash.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. I assume then this is of some import to the entirety of Newport. What news do you bring?
Seek
Well,
Mathis, the wedding planner, is Ezekiel of the Black Fang, second in command after the Gloom. He is currently, I believe, on the run. We have seen him in caves, although he could be quite a bit further away at this time. Well, we're going to search his manor house. We want to inform you of this so that you can take whatever steps might be necessary to try to catch him or catch whatever information there might be about him and his workings before they slip through our fingers.
The governor lifts a brow and turns to look to Jasmine.
What they are saying, I believe we have found sufficient evidence for, in addition to testimony from Evrat Levelle's wife, or fiancée, I should say.
In addition to him attacking me outright.
We also have a letter brought to Evrat Levelle, with signed by Zeke Mathis, and he can confirm it is certainly his handwriting.
The governor will extend his hand.
She'll hand it over.
He'll take a look at the letter and say, Evrat says it himself. And so do you, Jasmine.
I place my word upon this as well.
You think it good to search these things before the guards and the nobles get wind of this, Jasmine?
I believe so. Checking before there is any chance of any evidence being disturbed.
Well, of course, does have his little damn manor house plaything. Zeke, I always thought there was something off about him, spending too much time with the being successful. It's sort of like mutter grumble.
Yes, I knew all along.
Okay, yes, fine.
Zeke and Ezekiel, how did we not see it before?
It's like he put on glasses and he took them off, and damn it, it's the same person. Very well then. We'll pass this off to judges and the law ones for later, but for now at least. And he will quickly flourish out a sheet of paper and begin rapidly scribbling. The writ will suffice, along with me informing the guards, starting with the two outside, who are certainly listening, as they often do whenever the doors are left open, and they are worried about my well-being. One of them can escort you along. Here we go. Free to, break and enter. Seize anything of particular importance to the investigation. Of course, Newport itself will liquidate all of the money. Go to all the disillusioned and perhaps reparations paid to Evrat Levelle and his fiancée for all of the horrible things that have been done. And, oh, by the way, before you folks left, Evrat Levelle would have paid you your 1,000 gold pieces each.
Which I fully approve of.
Yay, money.
Yes.
So much.
So yes, for seizing anything that might be a particular thing before, say, someone in the Black Fang takes it and destroys it. There we go, that writ should suffice if anyone should ask any questions, and he'll hand it to Jasmine.
Jasmine will take the writ.
Might also want to question any close associates of his.
Oh, that will, don't you worry about that. The mansion's going to be active well into the night hours. He will offer a very bureaucratic smile.
Very good.
Full of danger and death for everyone who's going to be in the way of bureaucracy. Which, thankfully, for you, is not you.
Yes.
And being adventurers who have been previously harassed by bureaucracy this entire time, you're now on the side of it.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
joy.
more like we know
No
the
more
guy
jail
on top,
for
so
me.
we can just skip it.
Yes, you can skip the bureaucracy.
We like going around the line.
That's right.
Line
You know,
top.
triple dice of the Emperor helps.
Wish the Archmage was more powerful.
Oh,
If we were in Horizon,
If you were in Horizon,
Yeah.
I would fucking open doors for you, yeah.
I could wreck shit.
Yeah. But you're in
Whatever fucking
Newport,
wanted.
then, who has no direct affiliation with any of the icons. So you're left with the Imperial Governor, who, as it turns out, is connected to the Emperor.
Yeah. Well, let's go wreck his house.
Okay.
yeah. Do we have any other places he is known to, his place to work or something like that?
Zeke Mathis, his pretty much his entire estate is also where he worked out of. It was his workplace and his home, similar to how Arthur Tristan's mansion in the center is both his workplace and his home. So you pretty much have that entire building as your playpen, and maybe investigation in there will lead you to other sites.
Alright.
Like anything valuable we might grab, and anything. Well, not to keep, but so that the Black Fang doesn't take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then,
One-
like,
one,
anything-
one of Arthur Tristan's personal guards, as you noted, will be walking with you during this.
Good.
And
Can you hold, like, a bag?
yes, the writ explicitly certifies taking things that pertain to the Black Fang investigation.
Okay. It's just we don't want them to like grab all the jewels and then be funded.
I mean,
Well,
we could
anything.
confiscate it and just give it to the governor.
Like to the
basically, just
guard,
give it
yeah.
to the city.
Give it to the guard. so
I
he can,
believe
like,
you did
yes.
say. I believe you did say. Wealth will be liquidated to the state.
Yeah.
As well as paid in reparations to Evrat Levelle and his future wife
Yeah.
for all of the trauma they've
We
been
just
through.
want to be sure that it doesn't end up in the Black Fang again.
Sure.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guard
that's-
with you is not going to object at all to that.
Yeah.
Part because it'd be
You
awkward.
hold all of this.
Yes.
Mahogany bed. Yeah.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
You folks can move back to the
Old
Newport
jeweled bathtub.
map proper, and make your way to and make your way back into the heights. The imperious guard of the governor walking with you. It does look like that while he is not an adventurer, he's certainly well trained and well equipped to handle anything. Like when you arrive at Zeke Mathis's beautiful and illustrious and opulent and oh my god, it's got so many fountains and they like sparkle with like fucking light because he's a goddamn sorcerer cleric and everything to properly like advertise and attract attention and things. And there's like some manservants and like some butlers, and the guard immediately fucking gets to work, like pulling out his giant fucking greatsword, and everyone in the fucking house is organized. And
Lined
all-
up.
Yep. Out of like suspicion that they might be like members of the Black Fang. And as it turns out, a few of them do attempt attacking you, and there's no need for a combat roll because they all promptly die.
Well, we subdue them, right?
No, it's a juice. Don't
Yes,
straight out
yes,
kill.
Sure.
They are gonna have a much
We're
worse
not
time.
gonna kill this
Yes.
servant.
I will.
We need them for questioning.
And as a matter of fact, when it's all said and done, and you're able to walk through the entirety of the several-story, opulent wedding planner Zeke Mathis mansion, let me show you on the doll how many people you subdued. Because
It should be fun.
there is a number.
They
How
will
many people?
probably-
How many people object?
The real answer to the question that nobody has asked yet is how many days do we need to slap everyone?
You know, that's a fair question, and the answer for you will end up being 18. 18 people you've knocked unconscious. Actually, that's 15. 15 people you've knocked unconscious.
Well, if you could knock them unconscious, it's probably not the gloom. So
That's true.
See, when it's all said and done, there are only 2 people in the entirety of the wedding planner area who don't end up resisting. And one of them is a chef, as seen here. And then the other one is like someone else who works in the kitchen, like someone, like I don't
The
know,
butcher.
like yeah, chops fucking vegetables, or like he's like dog's body. We'll call him the dog's body. There.
question those guys extra hard.
Yeah, could slap one of them.
But why would that seems like you just want me to slap people? It's a gauntlet. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
for
a
your own
glove.
good.
Geráck, we're gonna need more manacles.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the other ones are unconscious, so we can just tie them to a rope and just
Yeah,
make
but
them
the 15 that are marked there as helpless, they will try to fight you. It's going like to destroy like furniture and shit, as there's like a small battle in the household. But I'm not gonna subtract any recoveries or hit points for you guys because that's just mooks, and they're alone without any sort of like unification or leadership, and you can subdue all of them. Especially
We
the
should have
governor's
maybe-
guard with you folks. He's quite a badass.
Yeah, we should have maybe quarantined the city actually, so that no nobles can escape.
I don't think that's that easy.
We can't quarantine just the entire city.
No, yeah.
No, but try to.
I would need my
tell the
relationship.
governor to do it.
There are
That's
more
right.
gates than you have people in this party.
That's more like the gloom
I
turned
don't
out
mean
to be
us personally.
Godzilla. Like,
I don't. mean
I
us
would need
personally,
all my
yes,
relationship dice glowing for this.
You would definitely need triple strength to to try and argue that with Arthur Tristan to use his executive power to quarantine the city. But then it better be
Martial law.
fucking good, because if you guys don't get anything good out of his quarantine, that's going to be power abuse.
we need to slap everyone
sure.
in the city.
No,
Triple
just
executive power. Everyone gets slapped.
That is
Who watches
until we
the
figure
guards?
out
Who
who
watches
is
the-
associated.
that's going to take
with it, but,
over 30,000 days just for the adults.
Sounds like a full-time job.